But maybe the races I remember most are the 24-hour races, the 24-hour track. This was the first one in Hong Kong in 1993, and it was won by Winnie, and she had a lot of problems during the night. She was very sick, but she still came through that and won. I was going great after about 13, 14 hours. I was second. And I phoned, when I was running, I phoned my son, come and see, come and bring some food, because I didn't eat anything and I didn't drink. And he came, and we sat down, and I just stiffened up. I couldn't move. My muscles just totally rigid, so I had to drop out after about 15 hours. And that's when I learned, in a 24-hour race, you must take in some nourishment, some food and drink. The following year, there was a 24-hour race in Guangzhou at the big Tianhe Stadium, and it's like a lens focusing the heat. It was 35 degrees. It was unbearably hot, and there were these runners from Singapore, China, Hong Kong, UK. And it was very difficult during the night to keep on and keep a good spirit, keep on running. Everyone was running so slowly until suddenly, in the middle of the night, in this quiet, huge stadium, whoa, they played that song. And then everyone started running very quickly. It was a tonic. It just amazing how it took us. Yeah. So at that race, I think there were more doctors than competitors. A lot of doctors from hospitals in Guangzhou, and they were seeing the effects on athletes during the race. So every Chinese runner had to give blood samples every few hours. Maybe they got no blood at the end of the race, I don't know. We didn't have to give blood samples unless we wanted a massage. If you have a massage, then you must give a blood sample. So no way, I don't want a massage, no. But shame for the Chinese runners, they all had to give blood samples. Well, for the good of science, I guess. Yeah. Suzhou, Dongwu Dashui in Taipei have a 24-hour race every year. And it's organized by Frank Guo. It's a carnival. There's so many things going on. Dancing, singing, that you're never bored running there. Very often, the weather isn't so good. Sometimes it rains for the whole 24 hours, and you're soaking wet. This was the best year when, as I said, there were 10 male runners who ran more than 200 kilometers. It was quite an achievement. Sakiya from Japan, he has won the race many, many times. He is a terrific athlete. So it was great to go to Suzhou every year. You have a chip on your shoe. As you run around, it gives an automatic timing. Also, they have lap counters. They have many, many students who spur you on when you are running. Each time they cheer you, each lap. So that really makes a terrific atmosphere when you are running. Yeah. The following year, they had a strange race. They had an open man's race, and it was in a park, a little park like a Japanese garden. And you were running around all sorts of curves and bends, and it was very difficult. There was a straight stretch here, which was very welcome, except there were many hawkers, And those guys were frying chicken and all sorts of delicious foods. And when you ran along here, the aromas would come to you. And you really felt like stopping and having something, but you had to carry on. Yeah. So that was an unusual race. Here is the British champion, Sharon Gator, and the Irish champion, and we shared a table with our supplies. I did a 24-hour race in Hong Kong in January. We organized it. The Hong Kong Ultra Marathon Association organized it. And it was on one day, 30th to 31st of January. And the following day, there were all sorts of sports events organized nearby at a stadium for running and for race walking. So it was a great 2-day period. The 24-hour race was along a promenade by the sea. It's quite a polluted area, actually. It's an enclosed bay called Tolo Harbour. And at that time, there was a red tide. But running along here in the middle of the night, when everything was so dark, you look out, it's so dark, you could see the fluorescence from these algae. And it was really interesting and quite unique experience to run at 2, 3, 4 a.m. and see the waves coming in with this blue color. It was really exciting.